Hi, beautiful souls. This is take two on love. Um, Yesterday, I received some information. I was checking into a docu-series called Radical Remission, inspired by Kelly Turner's wonderful book, Radical Remission. And this was produced by her, this docu-series. You can find it on Hay House if you're interested. And there are 10 episodes, and the first one you can watch for free on YouTube. So I checked into this because I needed a little bit of inspiration, as I think you may know if you've been watching these videos the last few days. I've got a cough. It's rather annoying. And I've also been navigating cancer for 9 years now. It's a long time to be navigating something like this. You go through a roller coaster of different situations throughout the years, and the beginning is always the most tricky, I think. Although, you know, roller coasters are challenging, let's put it that way. I personally don't like a roller coaster, but my higher self obviously felt that I needed to experience one in some way. So I was looking at this docu-series, and the episode 1 is on empowerment. So Dr. Kelly Turner has identified 10 factors that everybody that receives a radical remission experiences, or 10 qualities, or 10 whatever you want to call it, that everybody does. Some of them do more than those 10 things, but everybody does these things. So this one was on empowerment and how people empower themselves. So it follows the two stories of a lady called Palmer and a gentleman called Shen, both delightful souls. And I actually took Palmer's advice, and I did a little exercise to write down my stresses and what I was going to do about it. And I was so surprised that, that there was these stresses that were actually right in front of my eyes. That, I mean, I've done these exercises in the past. Goodness no, I've done so many exercises, it's ridiculous. But it's like, oh my goodness, because we become desensitized and we can lose perspective. We can lose the ability to see things that are right in front of our eyes at times. So we have to shake ourselves up and come back to our heart and go, how am I feeling? How can I feel better? What would make me feel happier and more joyful and more loving? Because we want to live in that state: joy, love, happiness, peace, relaxation. So I did that exercise, and it was quite illuminating. And watching them both, it was a reminder that they were both coming from a place of love. They were truly full of love. And everything in life always boils down to love. Or maybe boils down isn't the right term of words to use with love, but everything is love. The essence is love. A mother might love her child even if her child has done something that others may consider to be absolutely abhorrent, but we love nevertheless, because the essence of each being is love, even when people do things that others may judge as not so kind. They're just doing from their own point of how they've grown up and everything else. They're just doing their best. And whilst some people may say, oh, but there are some people that are pure evil, well, that's a projection as well. And we can see the good in people. We can help them to express more good in themselves as well. So even though if we consider somebody to be vile, if we go, okay, I'm aware that I'm not liking much of this person's way of being, but how can I see the love in them? How can I come back to love in them? Because the bridge from the 3-4D dimensions to higher dimensions is love, because love is the truth. Love is truth. And you can't fully immerse yourself in higher frequency ways of living If you're still hanging on to hate and judgments and fears and all of that stuff, you have to move into that place of, I have love, I accept, and I do not judge any longer, because love does not judge. Love accepts. Love accepts. It sees the essence of each being, each thing as love, knowing that's the truth, and that everything eventually will find its course back to love, even if it might seem poles apart at that in the moment. So when we can love more, we can actually transcend density in a greater way, in a loving way, which is the truth of how we are to move beyond the lower realms through love, with love, and in love for all. So it was a really good reminder, really, yesterday, me checking in and watching this docu-series, episode 1, and taking note to self. Note to self. Remember, love, love, love. Love, love, love. You talk about it all the time. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Are you being loving enough? Are you loving yourself enough? It's so easy to be cross with yourself when you're not 100% well. It's like, how can I know all this stuff, feel this stuff, and still have this density to transmute? But there are so many people transmuting a lot of density right now, and not just in the physical, but also, environmental, and through where they're living, where they're working, all sorts of different things. I mean, I speak to people quite a lot, lots of different people, and everybody that I seem to speak to has got something going on that's really forcing them to, well, I say forcing them, but it's their higher self really going, I encourage you to make significant changes. Now is the crossroads. We are at the crossroads. Do not stand here and keep going back into your safe spot, into your comfort zone. Move forwards, and look at the way that you are living and loving yourself. So many people feel that they're loving themselves. They feel that they're honoring and revering themselves, and yet they're putting disgusting cigarettes into their bodies, and that's not loving. And you may say this is a judgment. Yes, it could be considered a judgment, but if it's harmful, it's not loving. If you're harming something else, if you're harming yourself, then there's area for higher love to enter there. There's areas to be, okay, how can I be more loving about this? How can I be more loving about that? This is obviously for everybody's invitation for their own meditation on this. Are you living as lovingly as you possibly can, so that you can invite more love into your world, and so that you can share love on this beautiful planet that is currently our beautiful home? All love and joy to you all. Keep smiling. Peace, love, and great wisdom to you all. My name is ZsaZsa. Like, subscribe, and share if you feel called to do so. Thanks.